program is rated GE. Content carried in here is suitable for general family viewing.
Right, good afternoon and many thanks for joining us this very amazing day, the 8th day of March, the year 2025. Indeed, the day that we have much and more lined up for you in the world of sports. And just like we said it, every Saturday, it's time to get sporty. And in today's, in today's weekend, and of course on Saturday, we have a lot of activities lined up for you in the world of football, athletics, and of course all the way to rugby. Remember, today the Kenya Junior Starlets will be taking on Uganda in the Under-17 World Cup qualifiers. This is the second round of it and their first one, given the fact that they were given a bye by the World Football Governing Body after taking part in the FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup in Dominican Republic, and by virtue of that they were given a bye. So basically a bye is like it's a bye ticket. Instead of going round 1 matches, now you'll be proceeding to the round 2 matches, and this is what Harambee Stars, and or rather the Kenya Junior Starlets, will be ironing out with Uganda today at 4 p.m. in Kampala to hunt for their second ticket to represent the country in the global continental showpiece, and wish the team all the best. But aside that, remember we still have the draw out for Team Kenya, that is the Kenya Lionesses, in the HBC Challenger Series, and Kenya are placed in Pool A alongside Uganda and Belgium. This is the second round of the World Cup series. This is the second leg of it, and it will be played in South Africa. The first one, Kenya won, and this was a very historical moment for Kenya, their first campaign ever, their first tournament in regard to that. And of course, they'll be hoping to maintain their momentum and the trajectory going to the second leg that will be played in the same country, that is in Cape Town, South Africa, starting from next week, a 2-day event from Saturday all the way to Sunday of next week. Very interesting outcome there in their first leg, winning it all the way, challenging this one, taking it to the wire against Argentina, one of the most formidable teams, if you ask me. But the Kenya Lionesses made us proud, and of course they made history. Will they make another history this time round? Of course, time will tell. It's just a matter of wait and see how the event will unfold in regard to this, the World Challenger Series in the women's edition. And of course, in the Kenya Cup, we have now the final matches of the regular season, where top teams will be meeting, and of course, other teams will be battling out for a battle for survival to escape the relegation battle. But the battle of the Titans, Cabra Sugar, the defending champions, will be taking league leaders KCB in yet a very high-stake match that will be played today, and we'll be waiting to see how the event will be panning out. Remember, the top 4 teams will be heading to a playoff, and everything is at stake. I dare say that. Anyway, away from that now, we have a very interesting conversation and of course discussion that we'll be bringing to you later on. A one-on-one discussion with the one and only, the fastest man in Africa, Ferdinand Omanyala. He'll be talking to us about his 2025 season, reflection, trajectory, lessons, and of course, what to expect in this very packed 2025 calendar. And we have amazing group of athletes or other athletes will be talking to us about the upcoming World University Games, and of course we'll be taking a look at the trajectory, the expectations ahead of the trials that will be held here at the Kenyatta University on the 22nd of March this month. And of course, very interesting discussion that you don't want to miss out. And of course, my panel will be taking you through sports review, the analysis. This will be the 360-degree clockwise of the sporty action activities from athletics, football, all the way to rugby, just to bring you up to speed with what you need to know and to breaking it down to you in the simplest manner for you to understand. And that my team will be bringing you that analysis later on with my pundits will be joining us a little bit later. All right, so as customary, let me take you through some of the stories that will be forming the basis of our show today. All right, so talking about stories that will be forming basis of our discussion. Remember, we have today we have a very interesting show. Our menu is full and we are serving it hot, from the lovers of football to the lovers of rugby to the lovers of athletics. We have it all packed up for you. And let's begin with matters football. Now, the Kenya Junior Starlets will begin their campaign for a second appearance at the FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup this Saturday with a clash against host Uganda at Nakivumbo Hamza Stadium in Kampala. The Mildred Cheche-led charge, which received first round bye, will be hoping to proceed to the third and the final round of the qualifiers, where they will face either Cameroon or Ethiopia in April.
If we can get the 3 points away, good for us. If we don't get the 3 points, we are pushing for at least 1 point, because this team is always blessed. They always work hard. They are motivated. They are ready to play every match. We are in high spirits and the team is ready.
Kila mtu ako na imani tunaenda kuchukua 3 points tukuja nazo home. Wakenya wote World Cup mara pili tunarudi.
Yeah, inatupush a lot cause tunafaa work more hard cause tunajua last time team ilikuwa walifikisha Kenya World Cup under 17, na this time pia tunajua tunafaa kufika. Na unajua ukiwa mwanafunzi wanasemanga this time ukikuwa na target ya B, next time utakuwa na B+. So this last time tuliishia kwa group stage, and this time tuna believe tunaenda kwenda beyond. Tunajua Uganda pia it's not an easy team, na motivation coach wametupea na pia community. Tunajua hiyo support imetupea a role of motivation pia, na tunajua we are going to come with 3 points. Mimi nazaambia tu Kenyans that watupe hiyo support, watu motivate. Sisi ni watoto wao, na pia tuna promise that hatuta let down.
Alright, patieni warembo support. Target yao maybe last time wanasema walikuwa na B, so this time round ni B+. Wale wenye target yao ilikuwa A, target ni A+. So patieni team support, and niko sure what to make proud. Now the coach says that the team is a blessed team. They always find a way to win, and we do hope that this time round, of course, they will challenge Uganda at their home turf. When they return to play the second leg of the qualifiers, and of course that will be played at Ulinzi Complex, they'll proceed all the way to the final round, where they'll meet yet again Cameroon or Ethiopia Either way, that should not be something that probably many might think to be an uphill task for this team. So we do hope and wish the team will make us proud and wish them all the best. Anyway, now let's switch gears to matters athletics. Africa's fastest man, Ferdinand Omanyala, has pitched camp at Kenyatta University Field as he intensifies preparations ahead of the 2025 packed season. Omanyala says that his choice for KU as a training venue was necessitated by its state-of-art facility, making it an ideal venue for athletes to sharpen their skills after the closure of Moi and Kasarani Stadium for renovation. The Kenyan sensation held training sessions with sports science students from KU as a way of his initiative to nurture young Kenyan sprinters. The closure of Nyayo and Kasarani Stadium for renovation has forced top athletes to source for suitable training venues to sharpen their skills ahead of busy calendar in the year 2025. With the closure of otherwise his preferred training venues, Africa's fastest man Ferdinand Omanyala decided to knock the doors of Kenyatta University, and the institution opened its gate, its state-of-the-art facility making it an ideal place to harbor Omanyala, who has pitched camp at Kenyatta University pitch.
We've been coming here previously, but we've not gotten a chance to just come and train. And when all the stadiums were locked out, it was an opportunity to just come and, present ourselves. And not just that, because we are looking at a broader perspective in terms of sponsorship, because I have a foundation that I'm looking to, push athletics and education at the same time, because I'm a student on myself, and I understand that after retirement, we all need something to do. So we are pushing that agenda, and KU is the perfect university to just come and, give scholarships if they can to the student athletes, and have a program that supports student athlete kind of life.
But now having someone as great as he is for whole of Africa, identify with what it is that we have to offer, we are very happy, and we show of gratitude for the support, but we also want to announce that we have the facilities that fit, providing what others like him would want to have. So for him to come here, it's a commendation, and we are happy that he's agreed to work with us.
As a product of the university talent, the venue offers perfect opportunity for Omanyala to interact with sports and physical education students from KU to pass down his knowledge and vast experience with the aim of nurturing young Kenyan sprinters starting from primary school to professional levels.
One thing I always remember is at some point I'll exit the sport, and that time is coming. And I want to leave a big void in this country. And, the last time we had a professional sprinter was 6 years ago, more than 6 years ago for that matter. So it will be my joy to see more sprinters come up in the next 10 years. So that's why you saw me trying to help the guys today and just show them a bit of tips in terms of sprinting. But yeah, we're going to do as much as we can to push with the Omanyala Foundation just to have more and more sprinters come up.
KU tries to support these programs using these facilities. At the same time, we are envisaging to have a high-performance center where Omanyala will find even easier access, and also for him to be able to expound on his training, among other things. So KU is set on supporting sports and also bringing people, graduates, who are sports support personnel.
My experience today has been amazing. I've learned concerning the mental aspect when it comes to handling pressure, especially when it comes to athletes. Yeah, it's very important. That is my takeaway.
I've learned in PE, in physical education, we take part in athletics. Yes, so in athletics, I've learned something. Like when I came here, I saw him doing the high extension with doggy. We were told it high extension with doggy.
The Kenyan sensation will be jetting out of the country on Friday next week for his first race of March, has vowed to approach each race at a time, noting the pressure that comes with being top athlete.
There's always pressure, of course, before races, before big championships. There's that part that you remember, people are talking about you, the whole world is putting in conversations. But then when you get into the track, the pressure disappears. For me, I don't really have so much pressure when I'm running. I just have pressure before because there's press conferences and, there's a lot of things happening.
As he gears up towards a packed 2025 season, Omanyala's message to Kenyans is not to be too quick to judge athletes based on their low season. Auma Evans for KUTV, Nairobi. All right, very quite interesting aspect to that in regard to Omanyala's season and of course what he really aims to achieve under very packed 2025 World Athletics calendar, from just highlighting some of the events that he will be taking this particular year. And of course his key message is just to approach each race at a time without pressure, just simple way and the normal way of doing things. That is the clerical call, plus just issuing a radical cry to Kenyans not to judge athletes based on their bad season, but to remember the good day, or rather they brought glory to Kenya. So that was his message. Very interesting conversation. And of course that is another pretty way of just trying to give motivation to the young athletes in the country to keep the momentum and the fire burning. You never know, maybe the next Omanyala maybe was in that crew. Huwezi jua, you can't know. Anyway, so let's switch gears now from matters athletics to matters rugby. Now, the national women rugby sevens team, Kenya Lionesses, have been placed in Pool A alongside Uganda and Belgium for the second leg of the 2025 HBC Challenger Series, set to kick off next weekend at the Athlone Stadium, Cape Town in South Africa. Fresh from winning the first leg of the 2025 HBC Challenger Series, the Dennis Mwanja-led charge will be hoping to replicate the first leg results in the second of the HBC Challenger Series to book a slot in the playoffs. The final tournament will be held in Krakow, Poland on April 11th to 12th, with top 4 teams booking a slot in the HBC Sevens playoffs in Los Angeles on May 3rd to 4th of 2025. Right, vipusa wa Kenya wanatisha ajabu. Now making history. That is one of the most amazing things that the Lionesses team have really made us proud. Remember, that was the excitement that was in last week still continues, and we hope that they will keep up the pace and the momentum. Now, still matters rugby. Mwamba Rugby Club has revised its motion seeking the removal of 4 Kenya Rugby Union Board members, Ray Olendo, Moses Ndale, Joshua Aroni, and John Kilonzo, ahead of the upcoming annual general meeting scheduled for March 24th. The motion, which was initially submitted due to various unresolved issues, has now been withdrawn after further consultation with the rugby community. Mwamba Rugby Club Chairman Jason Rosario confirmed the decision to retract the motion following discussions within the rugby fraternity. Right, still matters rugby. Now, the Kenya Cup regular season comes to a thrilling conclusion today with both top of the table and relegation battles set to be decided. The highlight of the day will be the top of the table clash between defending champions Cabras RFC and league leaders KCB Rugby at Kakamega Showground in a high-stake encounter as both teams vie for supremacy and a possible home final. Mwamba RFC will be fighting for survival as they take on Black Blood in an early kickoff at Impala Club, while Strathmore Leos, also facing relegation danger, will host Kenya Harlequins in Madaraka, hoping to avoid the drop. Alright, so that is the fixtures in the Kenya Cup. Remember, today the regular seasons folds in a very spectacular manner. We have the top two teams battling out for glory, and then we have the relegation battles, which is really gaining momentum. So one team is fighting for survival, the other one is fighting for glory. The beauty of sports. The best and possibly the loser at that tail end of Kenya Cup regular season. The top four teams will be heading to a playoff where the winner, or rather the winner of the 2024-2025 season will be decided. And of course, we have the likes of the defending champions, Cabras Sugar, second place, that is KCB, Menengai Oilers sits third, and of course in that similar manner, and the momentum and the race for this playoffs is really gaining momentum, and of course the battle for survival is also gaining momentum at the same time, and that matches will be kicking at 3 p.m. East African time, and we'll be sure to bring you up to speed with the latest. Now, from matters rugby, now let's take a look at matters football. Now, Nottingham Forest will kick off their match day 28 with a clash against defending champions Manchester City at City Ground in an early English Premier League kickoff. In other matches lined up for today, league leaders Liverpool will be hoping to bag all three crucial points when they take on struggling Southampton at Anfield, while Brentford will play host to Aston Villa at G-Tech Community Stadium. On Sunday, Manchester United will take on Arsenal at Old Trafford in a battle of the Titan as Chelsea square out with Leicester City at Stamford Bridge. Right, team kubwa, and of course very interesting fixtures. Remember, the highlight of this weekend is the clash between Manchester United and of course Arsenal, and that brings us to our question of the day. What's your take on Manchester United vs Arsenal clash? What is your take on Manchester United vs Arsenal game? Talk to us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, we are coming to you live on KUTV, that is on YouTube. You can tweet us on X at KUTV_Kenya. Remember to use the hashtag on the spot, and we'll be sure to sample all of your feedback during and at the tail end of our show today. That's a big game, big match. Arsenal, Manchester United. Kati ya Man U na Arsenal gani kali? Anyway, sijui, nasikia ni kama wote ni viwete, lakini Kidogo, it's a high stake game. You can't really tell ni nani atashinda. One thing about this fixture, the clash between Manchester United and Arsenal, it's not all about which team is in good form or which team has probably better players, best statistics this season. It's about the old rivalry between the two clubs, the history, the bad blood. That what counts at the end of the day. So in this one, in as much as, and this is a free tip for you investors, don't vote with statistics. Unakaa pale chini unasema walipiga 7 utastuka my friend. Jua hii, it's a game that will be decided by the rich culture, the rivalry, the history, and of course nani ako wapi and at what time, na nani ata make fewer mistakes. That's a big game. So vote wisely. Nitakupatia prediction yangu later on, but for now, analyze, think critically, and don't rush. Your game by that inaweza toka draw. Nimeionea mbali ka draw ka maybe 0-0 ama 1-1. But either way, it's a very interesting fixture between these two teams. And well, if Manchester United wins, that's fantastic. Sisi kama Chelsea tuna reduce gap ya Arsenal. Leicester City pia tunaweza wakanyaga. Alafu tuendelee hapo tuone kama by the top 4 tuko hapo to maintain the race, tukuje. Who knows? Maybe hata Arsenal tunaweza wachanganya, tuweke kando after tumemalizana na Leicester. Next ni wao. Tuwape yao. Tuwa replace. Tuendelee. Sicheze na sisi. Anyway, so we are taking a very short break, but before that, remember, we have a very interesting discussion with the one and only, the fastest man in Africa, Ferdinand Omanyala. He'll be highlighting about his season and, of course, what he plans to do on a personal level, professional-wise, and, of course, the expectations and the personal goals set for this year 2025 calendar. And beside that, we still have a very amazing discussion that we'll be following after that. It's all about matters to do with the World University Games, and we have a very amazing group of athletes from Kenyatta University, even as the team prepare for their trials that will be held on 22nd of this month. We'll be talking to them about their preparation and, of course, how is the team faring on in terms of individual preparation and, of course, as a team itself in a unit. So what should we expect this time round? Personal goals, trajections, and, of course, the future prospect. The life after university games. What next? Will we be getting the next Omanyala? Remember, his journey began in the university in 2017. That is a history. In 2017, he was selected to represent Kenya in these still games, the university games. Akenda pale, jamaa akashine, akapata spotlight. Now, this amazing group of players, or rather athletes, that will be having a discussion with them. One of the key things that we'll be eager and keen to know is about their individual target. After 5 years, maybe 2 years, 1 year, tutaona wapi ama wangetaka kwa kina nani beside these trials, of course, which is the main focus now for them. Remember, the mantra ni taking one, it is one race at a time. So one target at a time. But of course, we are very ambitious people with large appetite. We want to know life beyond hapa. How about tomorrow? Very interesting. So let's take this very short break. When we come back, very amazing discussion, very amazing conversation lined up for you. Don't miss it out.
access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuweni. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Making time to speak to KUTV. First of all, karibu sana nyumbani. How do you feel?
I feel great. I've been feeling home the last 4 months because we've been training here for quite a while. And every time we come in, we get support from the students. And every time we're training, they pass through the fences. Some come in and watch our training sessions. It's a motivating factor, and I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Talking about the support, when you see the support from the students themselves, the university at large, the fans themselves, how special is it to you as a sportsman?
That's a big motivation because sometimes you wake up, you don't feel like training, sometimes you feel like giving up. But again, you remember the people are looking up to you, and you remember the people are supporting you to do this. And it just, gives you the energy to just keep going. So, I mean, it's great. And it's great for athletes to get such support. I understand there's hate 1 on 2. There's a lot of, there are some people who hate on us, but I just want to tell them that it's not easy. It's not like we woke up today and we became successful. It's been a journey. And so to see someone hate on you because of something that you've done and just forgetting the victories and the glory that you've brought to this country, it feels bad, but again, everybody has an opinion to do whatever they want to do, but let's reduce that.
All right. And of course, we'll talk about the pressure that comes with being a top athlete.
Yeah.
And let me check you back here. Of course, many are asking the choice, the Kenyatta University itself. Why Kenyatta University at first place?
KU has been supporting sports for a long time. And, this is the university that was chosen to co-host the Under-18 World Championships, and that in itself is a big achievement for the university. We've been coming here previously, but we've not gotten a chance to just come and train. And when all the stadiums were locked out, it was an opportunity to just come and, present ourselves. And not just that, because we are looking at a broader perspective in terms of sponsorship, because I have a foundation that I'm looking to, push athletics and education at the same time, because I'm a student on myself, and I understand that after retirement, we all need something to do. So we are pushing that agenda, and KU is the perfect university to just come and, give scholarships if they can to the athletes, student athletes, and have a program that supports student athlete kind of life. So I think KU is the best fit, and they offer, sports courses. So KU was the best fit.
All right. Yeah. Talking about the interaction between the sportsman like you and, of course, the student, which is a very critical aspect when it comes to sportsmanship. It serves as a motivation, and, of course, it encourages others to even learn from the best. Yeah. Now, talk to me about this very important aspect of interaction between the students who are taking courses in the sports recreational facilities and, of course, sportsmen like you. Just how critical is it?
Of course it is, because what they're learning in class is what I'm doing, professionally. So for me being here, I can be an example in most of these courses. And like Madam said here, she said we can have talks with students and they can ask the questions and we can answer them literally, because we've been there and we've experienced it. So, it's a perfect fit. Yeah.
Right. Now let's talk about about the pressure that comes with being a top athlete. I know a lot of people expect a lot from you, the fact that you've already made a name for yourself, and that really has a lot of pressure on you. Just talk to us about this very critical aspect of pressure, and not only from you, but always from a top performing athlete, and how to handle it.
Of course, the pressure is, there's the in pressure and the out pressure, because the out pressure is for the fans and your sponsors and all that kind of stuff, but the in pressure is with you. So anytime you get in that field, you remember it's you and that track. Because what happens in the 9 seconds or the 10 seconds that you're on that track is what will matter after that. So getting into there's always pressure, of course, before races, before big championships. There's that part that you remember, people are talking about you, the whole world is putting in conversations. But then when you get into the track, the pressure disappears. For me, I don't really have so much pressure when I'm running. I just have pressure before, because there's press conferences and, there's a lot of things happening during that time. But when you get the field, you remember it's you on the track. And you have to shout out everything, shout out the whole world, because it's you that everybody is watching. So just shout out everything that's going on around you and in you, and just focus on yourself for the 10 seconds. So we do handle pressure in that sense. But again, there's the mental aspect of it. And most athletes are struggling with the mental health, because you're getting into this field and you're exposed to the world and you don't really know how to handle it, because at some point you win, and then at some point you lose, and then people forget all the wins that you've had to go through and they only remember the losses. So again, everybody turns their back against you. So many athletes are struggling with that. But what I can say is, you can't coach mental health. You can't coach mental strength. It's in you. So what I want to tell athletes is learn to shut out that. Learn to shut out that the pressure that comes with the outside pressure, That's what I mean. So if we can just learn to shut that out, everything will go well.
All right. 2025, very busy calendar. And so what should we expect from you? I understand you've already felt a lot of upcoming events. So what should we expect? Which one will you be participating and which one you're shutting out?
As of now, we only know of the next week one and, the next week, which 12th of March and the 19th of March, we're doing 2 Grand Prix in South Africa. After that, we'll let guys know, because this season is a season where we handle a day at a time. We don't want to put pressure on ourselves and just, starting to talk about things that haven't happened yet. We want to handle each day as it comes. And like I said, I just want to enjoy sport. I just want to enjoy athletics. I want to get in the start line and, feel the joy of being on that start line and just having, feel the value of you being a professional athlete on that start line and you being someone who people look up to. That's what I want to enjoy this year. And of course, that comes with good performance. Less pressure on the starting line, less pressure when you run, and more relaxed runs faster times. So that's the mindset I want to get into this season.
All right.
Yeah.
And of course, I understand you have fans all over. One word, especially for the fans, and of course, you'll be talking to you and KUTV fans.
Yeah, this was great. I'm really hoping that they can organize this every time I train. You know, like people just come and see what we do behind the scenes, make us a class. You know, it will mean a lot. But yeah, I really appreciate. And in this crowd, there are people who really support me. There are people who've been following my journey ever since they knew me. So they are part of my motivation. Each day I wake up and come to train. Each day I go to compete. I remember that there are people I'm representing, and that means a lot. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for making time.
Appreciate it.
Right, so that was Ferdinand Omanyala, the fastest man in Africa, and of course just giving us about some intrigues about his personal objective, and of course the choice for Kenyatta University as his training ground, or rather training venue, after the closure of Moi and the Moi and Kasarani Stadium, which is his preferred training venue. And of course, the 2025 season is really full and packed up of events. And of course, for him, the most amazing, or rather the most interesting thing, is just to take one race at a time. Remember, Omanyala has also really put aside some events. It's not like the last year where he was taking part in almost, we had the indoor arenas where he participated, the Diamond Leagues. This time round, he has really tried to filter all those out and focus on rather just a few races. And the choice and decision about that particular decision, rather what could really be the reason behind that, it's only best known to him. But for him, he says that this season he's prepared, and he wants to make sure that at least he lowers his starting point, and of course to make sure that he keep on improving. And the 15th of March, this particular month, will be his first race of this particular month, as he gears up towards other upcoming events. And remember, the bigger prize, or rather where the eye really will be, is the World Athletics Championship that will be held in Tokyo on that will be on July, and that is very interesting to see how Team Kenya will be performing, given the fact that a lot of expectations really lies on his shoulders. And another very interesting aspect that he really touched on is the expectations from Kenya, or rather the Kenyan supporters or even fans, and the pressure that comes with it. And this is, I'm talking about now, the mental health aspect, which is really important for athletes to keep their mental health in a very good state, given the fact that you'll be judged not by the good performance that you put there, but the setbacks that really follows you is what will really it's what Kenyans will actually judge you based on that. And Omanyala has really called for Kenyans not to forget the glory days and what athletes really bring to Kenyans, especially when they go out and win races for Kenya. When they have bad season, they should actually be a little bit lenient and not judge them that harshly. So that was the clerical call that Omanyala was thank you so much for making time for, to these players, rather for Kenyans and of course the supporters, to take it easy on them, especially the athletes, given the fact that they really do a lot for country, and that is the most important thing to actually pay attention to. These athletes, they really go through a lot, and they need our support. When they win, when they lose, let us not really judge them that harshly. We should remember the good and the bad days, both in equal measures. And when they do bad, let's cheer them up. Let's give them psych. And when they bring glory to Kenya, let's rejoice. And of course, that's all about Ferdinand Omanyala and his preparation and the season. And of course, He has been pitching camp here at Kenyatta University training ground for the past 4 months in readiness for the 2025 calendar. All this is because of the closure of Nyayo and Kasarani Stadium for renovation. Remember, these two stadiums will be hosting the CHAN 2025, and of course CHAN 2025 that will be held in August this year, and still in preparation for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, where Kenya is a joint host alongside, they call it Pamoja Bid, alongside Uganda and Tanzania. So that is the reason behind the closure of this stadium. And of course, he also mentioned something about this, the drawn out nature of proceedings in terms of the completion of the renovation has really disadvantaged some of the athletes, given the fact that some have been forced to train on the Maram track, and that is a very serious matter. But for some who are lucky like him to have had the opportunity to do his training at the KU, well, that's a good one. But the big question is, how about the rest of the athletes who have been using venues like Nyayo and Kasarani for their training? And of course, in regard to that, now I want us now to shift from Omanyala, still in the same discipline, and talk about the 2025 World University Games. And this in particular, we are talking about matters athletics, and trials for World Athletics, University Athletics Games will be held here at KU on the 22nd of March 2025. And of course, this is the trial. All the teams, let me call them the teams, will be heading to KU for team selection to form a team that will represent now Kenya as a whole in the university games that will be held in Japan later on in July this year. And I have a very amazing guest with me who will be helping us to unpack this very important discussion that we'll be having today in regards to team trials, selections, and how they are prepared for this very important assignment. Let me introduce my guest, and I'll start with a lady. Well, nataka take this moment to introduce vizuri, tuambie like wewe first of all una run ama utakuwa una eye this ticket under which category. So first of all, introduce.
Hello, my name is Annette Wanzala. I am a student here at Kenyatta University. I am also an athlete on the students team, the athletics students team at Kenyatta University. I ran the 100 and 200 meters races. That's like sprinting, and I'll be also participating in the trials that will be held here at Kenyatta University this March.
All right. Wanzala.
Yes.
You're going to create a Wanjala. But zikatu almost same. Tofauti ni moja ni west east, sindio?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that was lady first, then gentleman.
So I'm Joseph Mwangi. I took part in the 800 and 1500 meters middle distance races. I am also the former captain. So I'll be eyeing the ticket to represent Kenyatta University at the World University Games.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And talking about eyeing the ticket. Now, you know, the ticket itself, when you get it, it will not be for just Kenyatta University, but of course, Kenya. Tutakuwa tunaenda na ticket ya Kenya as a whole. Well, now, Wanzala, yes. Let me come to you. 100 meters and 200 meters, very competitive field. And I know like you will be coming up against a very formidable competitions, or rather competitors from other universities. Just how prepared are you to make sure that you clinch this ticket and represent Kenya? You carry Kenyan flag there in Japan.
Okay, I've really been preparing myself over the past few weeks. I had an injury a few weeks ago, but now I'm okay. So like Like you wake up in the morning, go for the morning runs, you go in the evening, train with the team. Like you train with the fastest people in your team too, and you also like train with the other people outside your team too. So like they are how far they can go, and they help you up. They help you climb some steps. So it's been hectic, yeah. Sometimes you're hurt, but that's how it is. Yeah, but yeah, we are ready for it.
You're ready for it?
Yeah, we are very ready for it.
And we'll talk about the hectic part that you have just mentioned. GPSC tunataka kujua how hectic is it for you. But let me now switch gears to Joseph. Joseph, 800 meters, 15. Well, naweza sema that's a very hard task kwako. 2 of them, you'll be eyeing both tickets. Yeah. Both tickets. And of course, first of all, mimi nakutakia all the best. Okay, but just tell us, umejiprepare aje for this one?
I've been training hard. My colleague has said, morning runs, a lot of speed and endurance work on track. So right now, 2 weeks to go, we are just sharpening our speed, just getting to a race pace, just clicking into gear now. Yeah. Yeah.
And as a team, and of course, you've talked about the endurance and of course the struggles that comes with it. Unajua mtu akikuona sasa ukitoka kwa pitch anaona tu like it's a normal thing, and pale count your either 10 to 9 seconds and you're done. That is for 100 meters. Just to be like the preparation that and the hard work that takes you to actually reach at that particular point. Just how difficult is it for you as an athlete?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you feel like giving up. But then you wake up in the morning and tell yourself, this is what I want. And I'm not just going to sit by and watch my life like just go by without doing anything. So you just wake up because that's what you want to do. You wake up in the morning, you prepare yourself for the day. You go to the field and you run. Sometimes you feel like giving up, like you do maybe one or two, you run maybe 1 or 2 times, then you're like, no, I'm not doing another one. But then you remember there's something I'm chasing, there's something deep down within me I want. So like you push through it and do it. And also like there are injuries. Sometimes you run, you get an injury, you have to sit down maybe for a few weeks, wait for it to heal, and then you go back to the field. Yeah, there are injuries. Sometimes back a week ago I had an injury here at my foot, and it took me weeks to go back to the track. Yeah, and sometimes when you don't stretch well after running, you might not run tomorrow because your muscles will be hurt. So yeah, it's a struggle, but we go through it, and because there's something we are chasing, so you just have to go through it. Yeah, it's not easy.
So adding on that, for example, myself, 800 and 1500, most of the time you have to train like double your distance, for example. So for example, mostly we do like for speed maybe 1,000 meter reps. Very, very, very tough for your body. So as she has said, also injuries. I had your knees, your calves, your hamstrings are very tough. You get injuries a lot of times, maybe after a week or 2 weeks. So after pushing it hard during the week, you get it tough. But that's the sacrifice we have to take. We are chasing our dreams, so we have to push. Yeah.
As Team KU, how is the general mood at the camp, even as you wait for this very important assignment? And I know it will be a big one for you guys if at all you clinch the ticket, of which I can see I'm sitting with a very extremely talented athletes na najua like ticket hii ni masatu ama ni masiku
7 ni masiku.
Okay, now talk to me about the mood at the camp. Anet, mood iko aje kwa camp? Wale wenye mna compete for this 100 meters, 200 meters, how do you guys feel the fact that of course kutakuwa na the likes of other university coming in the likes of UN, Masinde Muliro, hunting for this one ticket. Mood iko aje kwa
How
camp?
we say kwa ground, tuko on. Tuko on, like we are ready for this. So like everyone has been training and I've seen the progress. We are there. Tuko on. So it's just these 2 weeks, the 2 weeks that are remaining for the trials, we're just working on our endurance and speed. Mostly the speed. So yeah, tuko on. We are ready for this.
Go on.
Yeah, tuko on. That's how we say kwa ground.
Gini wasekao.
Pardon?
Unajua inasema nini? Gini wasekao. Yani ini yetu.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joseph, mood kwa camp, muna tense ama ni aje? Mko ready kweli ujue?
We are ready. So apart from it being a qualifier event for World University Games, it's also a national championships. So in addition, we want now to have the bragging rights. You know, we have been champions for the past like 3 seasons as the team. So we also want to have the bragging rights also. Also, there are those qualification times. We also want to hit them. So as she has said, according to the way our training has been going, to go on kabisa. Yeah, we just hope that we don't have injuries this remaining time. And also, when that time comes, 22nd, everything now comes together. We execute perfectly what we have been working on. Defeat them and get the ticket. Yeah.
Get the ticket.
Yes.
You know the way you say it, mtu anadhani like it's like a child's play. Very easy. Get the ticket.
It's just super tough. We have been training super hard. I think most of us we have been doing at some time we had to take time off because of injuries. Because we were pushing. Now we are pushing to the limit. Like I had to take like some time off also because of my knees and such. So yeah, so now I feel okay. Now I feel like the speed is there, the endurance is there. So we just hope that we put it all together that day.
All right.
Yeah.
And that is the spirit of winners.
Yeah.
Your mentality. Very strong. Unajua wanasema for you to be a winner, you must believe first. Mentality, right? Good one. Now, let's talk about now the time, because unaweza kuwa na compete na even 1,000 people, but remember you're competing against time, not them. So you're there to beat the time. So what is your time? What is the set time for you? Ni time gani that target yenye umejiwekea, and how are you planning to achieve it?
Okay, for the 100 meters, I'd like to run for 12:4. Like within 12:4 seconds, I should be done with the race. Then for the 200 meters, maybe 29. Yeah, 29 seconds. Yeah.
How close? Uko there. Sasa tuongee realistic sasa.
Realistically, yeah, almost there. Yeah, almost there. Been working hard the past few weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, kuna standards, qualification time yenye imesetiwa, and when you'll be running on the 22nd of March, it's not about your competitors. It's all about time. You'll be competing against time. So mimi nishaku graduate. Najua like sasa tumesema hakuna kazi. Kazi sasa ni wewe na kurace na time. So target yako in terms of time, umejisetia time limit ya ngapi?
So right now, so the qualifying time is for the 800 is 1 minute 50 or below, but my PB is 1 minute 52. So just I just have to shave 2 seconds. Just has to happen. 2 seconds of my personal best. So and according to the way the training has been going, the times have been positive. So I'm hoping that come that day I'll be able to do so.
You'll be able to do something based on that.
Yeah.
When the time is right.
The time is right. And also for the 1500 is 350. That one is, let's say it's a bit tough, but that one is very tough. But we'll try. We just try, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you have 2. So if you fancy your chances, like which one unaona uko very strong? Is it the 8 or the 15?
The 8 is the 8 I'm very positive about that. 15 is just super tough. Super tough, yes, of course, to win it's easy because I have won it before. But to just get that qualifying time, that will be now tough now.
To be tough.
It will be very tough to get that qualification time. But the 800, I'm positive I can get that time. Yeah.
I like the way you are very honest and truthful man. Anyway, I know you can do it. And Wanzala. It's very confusing, right? But by the time tunamaliza hapa nitakuwa master your name fully. Well, the 100 meters and 200 meters, your strongest point, Igani, which one is the strongest? And which one are you eyeing the most?
100 meters.
100 meters.
Yeah. I'm eyeing the most 100 meters. 200 meters, sometimes, I've not been in the athletics world for a very long time. So with the 200 meters, I competed last time and, I hadn't worked on my endurance. So I got tired almost to the finish line. But with the 100 meters, I'm sure I can do it. But I've also been while training, I've been working on my endurance. So I think I'm okay with the 200 meters, but I'll see how it is. Yeah.
And for how long have you guys been training? Especially this particular season, in readiness to these trials.
So we got to know about the trial about last nationals March last year. So we already knew that there will be trials for the university games in 2024. So from then we have now been pushing hard.
Now because as you sit here, you guys are the representative of the others. Now we have the other disciplines, like we have the 10,000, 5,000 meters, all the way we have even the long races, that is the marathon. Now, I ask about the general mood in the camp. So from where you sit, how many slots do you think probably Team KU will bag? In as much as it will be a bigger reflection of Team Kenya, so how many tickets do you think you guys will bag heading to these trials?
So according now to preparations, so I can say like the 100 meters, 200 meters, the 400, the 800, I think those one maybe we will. Also, but it depends now on the qualification time. That's the most important thing. But according to the shape that our team is in right now, and also we are the home team, the track is ours, so we have been training on this track, so we know everything. So we know everything about the track. We have gotten used to the track. So our team, so because we have been having time trials among ourselves, so we know that the times are there. So we just have to execute when it comes to that day. And now the slots, we will get most of the slots. Most of the slots.
Okay. Home advantage, home turf. Anasema msha hack hadi ground, najua some
even
system.
The jumps. We talked about the jumps, the throws. We are ready.
We're ready for that. Okay. Very amazing. Now even as we wind up, now let's talk about, we are talking about now the university games at this particular level, but I want to know about your personal ambitions. What's your plan after all is said and done? What's your personal target? What are you planning? Maybe life after the university. Do you plan probably taking your athletics now to the national levels? Probably right now we are talking about Omanyala. Who knows? Tomorrow it's Annette. So what's your plan?
So recently I've been thinking, I'm finishing school like this semester, so I've been thinking maybe I'll continue with athletics even after school. I think I'll go to the national level. I want to represent the country outside too. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. And I know you can.
Yeah, I do believe in myself.
In fact, I have already prophesied that one. Just finish with the men. Anyway, Joseph, what's your personal ambitions and targets?
So my personal targets, in the 800, there are very many opportunities for us out there. So for example, once you are under that, for example, that qualifying time, there are very many opportunities for us out there. Since I have been winning most of the races, I think, for the past few seasons, so I have some few connections outside here. So yeah, I'm still gauging my options, but we'll turn professional. Yeah.
Buddha. Gonna dreams.
Yeah.
Connection pia iko. God manze. Si sasa bariki wengine pia. Anyway, who do you compare notes with?
So in my races, so we just compare with the world record holder, Rudisha. So you look up to him. So you train the way he trains. So you mostly in addition to what our coach provides, we also look at maybe some things like the way he runs, his form, and also his training programs. So you try to incorporate most of those into yours as well. So and then you look up to him most of the time. Whatever he says, just you watch his documentaries, such things, because he has such a wisdom. So you get to learn much from him. And also the defending Olympic champion Wanyonyi. So you learn from people like that. Yeah, they tell you, for example, they have come from, they never got the chance to come to university to have an access to a track like this. So they motivate you. So when you have these facilities, and then they came from nowhere, now you have that motivation. I can do it also. So yeah.
Okay. Who do you compare notes with?
Okay, there's this person called Sherian.
She's
short. She's a sprinter. You see, like I've been told, you can't sprint. You short. Like people that sprint, you have to have long strides. So someone told me directly, you sure you can sprint? Do you have the speed? Do you have the strides? Then I compare myself to this girl. She's short and she has the strength. Yeah, so I look at how she trains. I always watch her races and I'm like, I can do it like her. Yeah. I'll definitely do it like her.
You'll definitely do that.
Yeah, it's not been long in the athletics world, but yeah, I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
You guys ni watu wengine hatari sana. Watu powerful, vision, and of course I believe mtenda far. But the most important thing for now, you guys, Annette, Joseph, and of course Pia Moses, your ticket, mwilete. Ama namna gani?
Yes.
We'll be there, we'll be watching, we'll be following up, and I'll remind you, you made a promise, right? Tumesema hakuna competitor, ni time to.
Time.
Just the time.
All right. So one final word, even as we wind up. Kamera yako ni hiyo pale. Unaweza ambia mafans kitu. By the way, wakumbushe tuko live KUTV.
So I think I told my family I'll be live. So I think they are watching. So yeah, I want to tell the KU fraternity, we bring the ticket home. We'll try our best, and I also want to thank.
Pause kidogo.
Yes.
Ukiongea na KU fraternity, promise ticket home.
Yes.
Wacha tuone your action ikuwe reflected with your deeds.
Yeah.
I'm meaning even your demeanor. Waambie kisoja. Usiogope.
So
tell them.
So yeah, we'll bring the ticket home. So we have the home advantage. We know the track well. We have been training on the track. So our time trials have shown that we can do it. So expect the tickets to be home and expect us to represent you well. So I also want to thank my family for the support. It has not been easy, but you have been my pillar, and I want to thank you so much. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Na wale watu wako connection ujaambia watasikia vibaya.
So some people in Gong, they have been giving you motivation. So hopefully we can join them after I'm done. So I also want to thank them. I also hope that I hope we make the ticket and join you afterwards after I'm done with school. Yeah.
All right. And don't forget to tell your people our connection. Pia sisi tunataka connection.
Any time.
Anyway.
Time.
Face the camera, talk to your people. If possible, tuma salamu. And of course, don't forget wakumbushe tuko wapi.
Okay, I want to echo what my friend has said. We want to promise the KU fraternity we are bringing the ticket home. And also my friends, I told my friends I'll be live, so I hope you're watching. Okay, just hi. And we are here at Kenyatta University, KUTV. Yeah, Kenyatta University Television. And yeah, it's been a good experience. Thank you.
Here we say a new experience.
Yeah, it's a new experience, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, kuna Ruth hapa ametuma salamu, amesema hi Annette. Unajua Ruth?
Yeah, that's my friend, my best friend.
Yeah. Akuporo.
Yeah.
That's the loyal one.
Yeah, that's the loyal
one. Na wale wa connection.
Okay, for the connections, can't say I've been working on my connections, the athletics, but the other. I'm a student, so yeah, I am doing a different course too. So I have connections outside there.
Outside there.
Other people, yeah.
And you want to hatari sana. Watu wa maana, watu very powerful. So all in all, Annette, Joseph, guys, I myself and the KUTV fraternity, we wish you all the best. We know you'll go there and you'll make Kenya proud, because now you're talking about Kenya, because once you clinch that ticket, it will not be all about Kenyatta University. It will all be about Kenya as a unit. And we know this mantle and of course the responsibility to make sure that this ticket and the glory comes home is squarely placed on your shoulders, at least after the 22nd of March. So guys, we wish you all the best, even as you step on that pitch to bring that ticket, on that track, to garner that ticket, or to clinch for that ticket. We know that at the end of the day, nyinyi wote, kila mtu atakuwa na ticket ya kwenda Japan, ndio? The fact that ni Japan, kwanza lazima ina send some sort of jitters, ndio? Japan, very interesting, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll leave it at that particular point, but don't forget, we still have a very amazing set of pundits. We'll be talking about matter sports, analysis, review, rugby, football, athletics, all that. Wrap it up into one term, sports review. And they'll be coming after this very short break that we'll be taking. But for the time being, remember our question of the day we are still asking. What's your take on Manchester United vs Arsenal game? What's your take on Manchester United vs Arsenal game? Well, this is the battle, not of the Titans, but the battle of enmity. Remember, these two teams are they are the internal rivals. Fan wa Man U, never ever ataiwishia Arsenal all the best. Wanaweza prefer 3 points either ikuje blue but not Arsenal. Same case with the Arsenal. So this is a bad blood. It's a bad blood derby between two of the most decorated teams. When I talk about the bad blood, I mean the rivalry between Manchester United and Arsenal. Of course, your enemy versus your enemy. Always. Enemies wako, hajaikosa. Wako, Liverpool, Manchester United, enemies. Na hivyo ndio inakwanga football. Inachemsha sana. Anyway, so let's take this very short break. We'll see you in just a bit.
than just clothes. It's a statement, a feeling. An art form, a way to express yourself, a reflection of who you are. It's Fashion Diaries. Join me, Ashley Asachi, every Monday from 8 p.m. as we bring you Kenya's latest trends. Imagine fashion designers, glamorous fashion events, runway shows, red carpet events, and so much more. Fashion Diaries, unleashing your inner fashionista.
They are powerful and influential. They make decisions in politics, education, finance, agriculture, health, sports, and all aspects of human life. But the impact of their decisions falls on you, the common citizen. KUTV Primetime News Thursday. We ask bold questions and pursue answers to the core to bring you closer to the story. We couldn't have it any other way. Join me, Auma, as I raise matters of social concern to raise your voice from the background to the foreground.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on Law Matters.
All right, welcome back. This is the third segment of On the Sports Show. Remember, we're still inviting you to talk to us on all of our social media platforms. Let me remind you about our question of the day, where you are asking, what's your take on Manchester United versus Arsenal game. What's your take on Manchester United versus Arsenal game? Keep talking to us on all of our social media platforms. We are coming to you live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya. You can tweet us on X at KUTV_Kenya. The hashtag to use on the spot. Now, this particular weekend we have a very packed up day, especially today, the 8th of Saturday, 2025. I remember this is a very special day in the rugby fraternity, a day that the 2024-2025 season, regular season to be precise, is actually coming to an end with a couple of fixtures lined up for today. The Battle of the Titan is between the defending champions Kabra Sugar, who will be taking on, or rather they are taking on KCB at Kakamega Showground, and that particular match is really very intense. Remember, KCB leads the log right now, followed by Kabra Sugar, but at the end of this match, or rather clash today, anything can happen. It can be Cabras or KCB, and this is the title of the Titans. And after this, the top 4 teams will be heading to a playoff to decide who will carry the 2025 season. That is the title, the Kenya Cup title. Quite very interesting. And some of the fixtures lined up for today in the Kenya Cup pretty quick. We have Impala will be taking on Nakuru RFC. Then we have Mwamba vs Kenyatta University best side, that is KU Black Blood. Then we have Strathmore Leos vs Kenya Harlequins. Then Kisumu RFC will be taking on Nandet Script. Then we have South Coast Pirates against Menengai Oilers. Then the defending champions Kabra Sugar vs KCB. So those are the fixtures of this particular weekend, and the season finally comes to its final stretch. After this, it's the playoff, and we'll be sure to bring you up to speed with what is happening, with scoring, and of course just to update you with all these matches that are currently underway right now. And now I'm joined by my very able panelists, pundits, Jijo, and of course my good friend. Weekend imekuaje? It has been a minute, long time no see for you guys.
Last weekend I was here with Pinchez. We discussed a lot of matters regarding to football, na imekuwa weekend ingine safi sana. Tumekuwa na Champions League katikati ya wiki. Again we are here to analyze, to see how it will handle, sababu next week actually, this week yenye tunaingia Champions League second leg, round of 16. Let's see what will be happening in the fields. Yeah, nasikia fiti, niko nyumbani, at least sasa naona kuna consistency ya kufika hapa.
Ndugu yangu, mambo vipi?
Kwa sana.
Peter.
I'm Peter. Karaoke. Husband. I'm also a journalist. And finally I'm a dedicated Chelsea fan. Thank you for the invite. And I hope we will have a good moments here.
Okay. Haya, sawa. Peter amesema yeye ni mfuasi wa Chelsea, shabiki ule sugu sana, hatari, si ndio? Wa Chelsea. Na kitu muhimu pia, wewe pia ni bwana. Muhimu sana. Na sidika hiyo point umefika, Jima ungeweka tu hapa hiyo volume ungeongeza sasa.
Yes.
Anyway,
thank you.
Sasa in football matters, now that tushasema watu ni shabiki wa Chelsea, naona wewe ushavaa yako ya Manchester United,
timu kubwa.
Naona ikikuramba kesho, lakini usikue na wasiwasi. We are here.
I think people should lower the expectations, thinking that Manchester United will be losing 7-1. This is not PSV, this is the mighty Manchester United.
Hapo kwa mighty. Hiyo ni story for another day.
Usione Simba amelala ufikiria amekufa.
Hii imekufa. Achana nayo. Anyway, matters football. Now our youngsters, Kenya Junior Starlets wako in Kampala for a very important assignment, the second round of the World Cup qualifiers. Well, they'll be giving it a stab the second time. Wanna hope like they will earn the ticket to represent the country yet again in the global continental showpiece. Now, the team is just a matter of time. Kickoff, it's exactly 4 p.m. East African time. So what's your take on this very important assignment for our youngsters? When you are in high spirit, by the way, wanasema like last time ilikuwa B. Sahi wanaenda notch higher, B+. Talk to me.
Actually, before talking of the matters of this particular fixture, the under 17, I don't know why this match is not receiving the kind of hype it is supposed to be receiving. Because I've been looking at what is trending on the internet. It's actually not even among the top 20.
Sisi ndo tunaipea sasa.
Sisi ndo tunaipea Sykes,
lakini
I think pia media wanafaa kuangalia tu on the other side. You know, the media fraternity ni kubwa sana. I think they're supposed to be giving it the hype that it deserves, because these are the girls that really need the momentum. They actually need the motivation. They need people to know that people, they are like us Kenyans, we are just behind them. And they need this kind of motivation that it is supposed to be there, but it is not. Nimeangalia tu, apparently nimeona most of the people wanna discuss about whatever that is happening in Mozambique. Then the Karioko derby yenye iko na shida hapa kule, because Simba sijui wamekosa kupatiwa Benjamin Mkapa wafanye training before the kick-off match. Yet the girls are not receiving the kind of hype they are supposed to be receiving. But I just hope that won't affect them psychologically.
And it was strong. It was strong. Adi coach amesema wow. Aye. God.
But to be specific and to be realistic, nikiangalia football ya madema hapa Kenya ama wasichana, ninaonanga kuna venye tu wasichana wanaleta recognition ya Wakenya ukiingia ni matters of football, sababu ukiangalia pia our Harambee Starlets, the under 20, unaona sasa tunaingia AFCON ya, unaona. Alafu pia sasa ukiangalia hawa wadogo tumeanza kuona the kind of juzi walikuwa wanacheza the under 17, walicheza hapa mechi na Police Bullets na wakawagonga hapo, nikaona na ni wasichana wadogo wa 17 years wanasukumana na kina Masinjeri pale na wanawapiga mabao. Timu ambayo imechezewa na MVP Lydia Akoth Ozil. Nikasema kweli hawa watoto wako na motivation, and I believe today's match itashtua sana watu wengi sana. This I think will win, and it will be a massive win.
A massive win.
A massive win.
Bombo clutch. All right. Peter.
Yeah.
Anasema bana ipati hike.
Yeah.
Lakini tuko hapa. Sisi ndo tuna amplify.
Sure.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
Tuna lead au wengine wana soma label. Anyway, so today watakuwa na take part against Ugandan team. This is the second round. If they beat Uganda, of which this is the first leg, second leg watakuja Ulinzi. If they beat Uganda, then they will meet the winner between Cameroon and Ethiopia. So, this particular match, what's your trajectory? Unaona the ladies were to surprise?
Yeah.
The daily routine.
Adding to what my friend Juju have said, this match is not getting the hype we wished for. So I think if you look at the level of the match, it's a World Cup qualifier. It should be something like everyone knows there will be a match. I think that should be checked by our management there. And for me today, looking at what they have been doing, they have been performing very well, and I hope today they will perform exceptionally well, and we wish for the best. Let's wait and see what they will do. Yeah.
Anyway, this team, for me, I think if indeed it's a team that has made history, no any other Kenyan team has ever qualified for a World Cup. They were the first.
Sure.
They qualified, they went there, wakapiga mtu. Wakapiga mtu. So, kuqualify ni one. Kupiga mtu is another thing.
Sure.
and it shows that a lot of investment support need to be actually, amplified on that team.
Sure.
And Uganda is just another test for this team, and personally I feel like hapa Uganda tunacharaza vibaya sana. Before sasa tukuja ulinzi, juu ulinzi wakikuja tunawazika huko sasa.
Actually, even so, I think kama kuna kitu wenye watu wanafaa kuelewa ni if at all we have to win, if we win this match, tunafaa kujaza Ulinzi Sports Complex for the second leg of this particular match, because we just want these ladies to feel that we are actually behind them as Kenyans. Si vile tunatokeanga tu hapa mashemeji derby wakati iko, lakini kifika ni football ya wasichana. People need to understand this is a World Cup qualification match. We need to hype this match as much as possible. We need the media fraternity to understand that this is a match that needs to be hyped, so that people can just get that recognition. People can be able to understand there will be a match that will be here in Kenya, that the Harambee Starlets under 17 will be hosting Uganda. We need people to understand this is a qualification. Do you know, I think people really don't have that particular understanding of what a World Cup qualification match means. I think the media, sababu hapa si story na management kama venye Peter anasema hapa ni mambo na media mahali wanakujia, mahali entities, organization wanakujia. Kama ni tulikuwa juzi the other weekend tulikuwa na conversation with Pinchez, nilikuwa namwambia kama kuna watu na ambao wanafaa kumotivate these young girls, ni wale watu na ambao wako na status hapa Kenya. Akina mama wengi na ambao wana hold hizi vitu kubwa kubwa, kama ni ministers, kama ni MPs, kama ni media fraternity, akina dada wenye wako na majina kubwa kubwa, media zote, because those people if they come together, wanawapea hata that lunch, wanapea motivation, wanakuwa na that kind of conversations na akina dada, itakuwa great motivation. Pale ule msichana akienda pale kwa uwanja anapeana 120% instead hata ya so, unaona, because hata kwa mtoto, hata unajua ukitaka kumotivate mtoto, hata shule unaonanga kuna kwanga na praise giving, ina motivate ndo next time he even works even better, because tunasemanga the sky is not even the limit. Tujaribu tuwape motivation, tuwape sai kenye nafaa. Tukikuja pale Ulinzi Sports Complex tusione ati ni watu 30 ndo wanatokea kuwatch game. Tunataka hiyo uwanja ijae hata watu washangae. Inawezekana watu wakianza hype as early as now, inawezekana. Mimi nikienda pale kwetu Githongori niambia watu tutoke ile mechi, nilipia watu 2-3 tickets. Peter akienda pale South B alipia watu 2-3 tickets. Evans hapa beba KUTV yote twende huko. Hivyo
for sure, strong point.
Peter, do you think maybe tusiseme media, wacha niseme we are not doing enough to show the level of appreciation and even support for our team?
Sure. They need to be motivated, as did you have said. I think they lack motivation. Starting from what we have discussed earlier, the media and also the management. I think for media to get in, they must be invited or be called by the management of the Starlets. So I think here something is not going the right way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think the media wamekuwa invited, right?
Media have always been invited, and even yet too wow now unajua kuna
yes, I can say like the media have been invited before the team traveled in their last training. The media was there.
So but most of
and just to be fair, by the way, let me just clear this. Mtu mwenye anasema the media ijakuwa invited, wajafanya sisi tunafanya nini? Sisi tumefanya hiyo story.
Ni ukweli, lakini unajua sasa Rose pia ni maua, na ile pia pale fences pia pale ni maua. Inadependa ni maua gani tunawapatia. Acha tuongeze maua.
Tuongeze. Mimi nimependa point yako yenye umesema. Kina mama wale wenye wako na big seats. Exactly. Na tuseme kama hapa Nairobi tuko na women rep Esther Passaris, angeenda pale
tuko na mama taifa
awape to hug hivi kidogo na nini kabasha fulani kalanchi hivi. Anko nani huyo sasa huko
huyo
pia kakitu fulani for that support. Media play their role in amplifying the voices, showing that okay, the team will be there, they'll be doing this and this and this and this, and of course that coordinated support between stakeholders, because pia media and stakeholders when it comes to motorsports ni important, from the federation, the government, Kenyans, fans, status zenyu sasa tungeona inawaka under 17 what that's the support. Hiyo ndio tunahitaji. Si ndio Peter? Yeah.
But do you feel like the Kenyan okay, people us in generally sijui kama mimi kuna venye huwa na feel not just the under 17 girls who are not receiving this kind of hype that we expect, but ukiangalia football matters actually generally unapata hata ukiangalia tu even the follow-ups za teams za Kenya, linganisha tu na TZ, na actually some years ago tulikuwa mbali sana na TZ walikuwa wanatuangalia wanashangaa football yetu. Just look now, sahi Benjamin Mkapa sahi tickets kuuzwa, uwanja iko half full na mechi inachezwa saa 1:30 usiku. Lakini ukiangalia hapa Kenya venye watu wanatokea games, the only game nimeanza kuona tu na feel enyewe watu wanaanza ku appreciate the football ni games za Shabana pale Gusi. Lakini the other footballs activities zenye tunarandisha huku unaanza kuona hatuna that recognition, hatuzipay the hype that they deserve. You see, I think hapo kama wa Kenya tuna fail, and I think there's something that we can do enye tunaweza appreciate the activities that we run here, the sports, football, kila kitu, sababu nikiangalia the kind of hype yenye tunapea sports zetu bado tuko mbali sana.
But Peter, can you blame Kenyans for not showing that support? Sure. Because I believe kuna reason behind that. And that is the fading love for the game.
Sure.
So our football imekuwa mad with a lot of controversy, sometimes even standards ziko chini. Sure. They say in marketing term, if you're a businessman, but like when you have very beautiful and attractive product, it sells. Hata hitaji salesman, because you're the outlook and the branding itauza, and people watakuwa interested. So any product gani? So for us pia ndo sasa the love itself ikuje nini we need to show commitment and some level of seriousness when it comes to football affairs. Na inaanzia huko juu.
Sure.
From the top ikikuja chini. Yeah.
I'll pose a question to you guys. Like for now, if I go to a boutique to buy a jersey, I see a football jersey, Harambee Stars jersey, and a Chelsea jersey. I'm a Chelsea fan. Which jersey do you think I will buy? Between Harambee Stars and a Chelsea one. Chelsea.
What about again?
I will buy a Chelsea jersey. I'm a Kenyan, but I will buy a Chelsea jersey.
Why?
Because if you look at our football, somehow starting from the top, it's I can summarize it. It's distracted. Everything, corruption, match fixing, everything. It's just boring. But we just look at it and say, acha iende tu, acha iendelee venye kunaenda.
Evans, actually juzi nilikuwa nimeenda kupurchase jezi ya team fulani hapa Kenya. I don't want to just intimidate them ama nilower their reputation ama something.
Police FC.
No.
That's sorry.
No. I'm not in the team, but I actually contacted their admin. I tried to go to their shops where I know. But you see the kind of they're supposed to, the kind of responses that I'm getting, they're so slow. Na ukiangalia jezi za team za Kenya ni ngumu sana uzipate kwa shops. I don't know, there's this kind of partnership they usually make with certain shops, na the shops wanapatanga like their demands are so high, you see, and that's the reason why it is so hard to get a jersey, a KPL team jersey from a shop. Ni ngumu sana. Sasa the only way you can just get them, most of them actually, ni wakati wako na mechi na ziko pale kwa gate, na sometimes ukienda pale unapata hata size yako hakuna, you see. Kuna a lot of distractions zenye zina happen kwa hizi teams za Kenya. Kupata hata jezi yenyewe inakuwa ngumu. Ukiongelesha admin ana take 3 weeks, ulishakula ile pesa, sasa unaanza upya. I think that is actually, ukisema mambo na branding yenyewe, hapo ni ukweli. Utaangalia pia the kind of management za teams, unasikia kesi juzi nimesikia pale kwa federation magazeti na ni tetesi, sitaki kusema ni ukweli sababu sina uhakika, lakini nimeanza kusikia kuna tetesi kwamba kuna watu na ambao hawasikizani pale na ofisi mpya. Jamani, nilikuwa hapa juzi nasema venye ofisi inaitamani, nafurahia. It's so sad.
Anyway, and just to sum it up on that one, for Kenyan football to go far, first of all, lazima sasa turudi back to the genesis where it all began. The love for football imekuwa there. When you sit with your fathers, they'll tell you nice stories about the likes of Mathare United during the golden days. Trust me, it is 21st century, right? With very modern equipment, the very modernized way of playing football, because football saisha revolve a lot. So we can do better. In fact, in Africa, sisi tunarankiwa kuwa one of the most very progressive countries in Africa. Sisi matters, a lot of matters tuko there in 1 2 3 3, lazima tujulikane. So if you want to change our status of the football, I think we know where tunafaa kuanza. Yeah, so to blame my fans sana for not showing up, because now nimewapatia analysis the branding, how important it is. Anyway, now from matters now under 17, let's switch gears to the recent development that may happen during the week, especially in the European League. Just to take a look at some of the UEFA Champions League knockout stages, round of 16, where we had very amazing stats. Kuna timu ilikanyaga kiwete fulani 7-1. Kelele bas. Kwani Mani hajaipiga mtu 7?
Washaipigwa 7.
Washaipigwa 7.
Kuna mtu anaitwa Solton tumempiga 9 some seasons ago. Mnafaa muelewe hapo.
Si Chelsea ilipepeta mtu. Hadi wakasema hiyo si size yake. Watolewe hiyo ligi.
Sisi tutolewe tu, hii tushachukua hata bila kucheza.
So Arsenal watulize boli.
Watulie wajione mambo venye ufanywa.
Okay. So the round of 16 fixtures. Tulikuwa hapo na the defending champions Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid. Hiyo ni Madrid derby, 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid. Well, Real Madrid, it was very surprising to see a team like Real Madrid first in end up playoffs.
Sure.
Why did the rain started beating them?
People need to understand that when you just mention the word Real Madrid, the name Real Madrid, just know these are people who turns out to be beast when it comes to Champions Leagues. Ukiangalia history yao, they have 15 Champions League titles. These are people that they actually, unajua ukisema football ni bahati, hakunanga bahati. Football si bahati. They know where they have invested, and that's why you see Real Madrid is actually one of the best, if it is not the best club, it is one of the best clubs in the world, because they know where to invest most of their resources, most of their efforts and whatever. When it comes to Champions League, I'll never be surprised when I see Real Madrid beating small teams like Atletico Madrid. That is what I expected, and I actually know and I feel that come next week. We are taking Real Atletico Madrid, to where they are supposed to be.
Asharuka mani, we are taking.
Na maybe nitamwambia kama Alvarez. See you at home.
See you at home.
See you at home.
So that's a very tricky fixture, right?
Sure. Because if you watch the game, it wasn't that easy for Real Madrid, and also for Atletico Madrid. I think they were weighing the same, only that Real Madrid scored 2 goals and Atletico scored only 1 goal. What I will say is that we just wait in this coming week to see whether Atletico or Real Madrid will qualify for the next round.
Talking about qualifying for the next round, we had another very tricky fixture between PSG. No Mbappe, no problem. They still soldier on.
Sure.
Well, that game was really tight, and I can tell you very competitive. Stakes were high for both teams.
Sure.
And this is not the PSG that we used to see maybe in the last season.
Yeah.
This is another completely beast.
Sure.
The second round.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe Liverpool itabidi wajipange hata kama watakuwa Anfield?
First of all, let's give Alisson Becker the credit he deserves. He made 9 saves in a single match that saved Liverpool from being humiliated. A 1-0 is not that safe for Liverpool because this is PSG. Let's wait whether the tables will turn or Liverpool will have an easy time and qualify for the next round. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kuna kijana anacheza pale midfield PSG akungradhi anaitwa Vitinha. The guy made Gravenberch anakaa ni kama mtoto wa miaka 2 bana, haelewi football. I was actually this is one of the I think hata kuliko mechi ya Real Madrid versus Atletico, I think hii ndio ilikuwa mechi yenye tuliona a huge msisimko. Yani hiyo mechi kama kuna mtu hakuwatch then huyo hakuona mechi ya katikati ya wiki. Yani PSG ilifanya tu Liverpool wakae ni kama wanahangaika tu kabisa cause saving 9 shots zote zikiwa tu kwenye lango sio rahisi kwa Alisson Becker. He actually deserves to be number 1 keeper, Brazilian keeper. I don't know what usually happen with the
Neuze. And of course now this man Dembele. Well, ni bahati nyota ndai kuwa Barcelona ama.
Sio nyota. Ukienda mahali project yenye wako nayo ikubaliane na the kind of talent that you have, you actually fit in very well, and that's what happened with Dembele. Wakati alikuwa Barcelona, the kind of project actually walikuwa sasa wanabadilisha the project they had, ilikuwa sasa ni a new project that was coming up, and that's the reason why he could not even fit in because their style of play didn't favor him. Dembele is a person who likes to stay with the ball, dribble past the defenders and go into the box and try to shoot or convert chances. But ukifika pale PSG akona that particular freedom. That's what is happening. Angalia kama kuna wachezaji ambao tumeangalia tukaona their style of play haikubaliani na team kadhaa, and ukiangalia Dembele recently he is actually one of the players wenye tunaweza sema wako on form sana. Tukihesabu akina Mo Salah tunahesabu Dembele hapo because the kind of form yenye ako nayo ako fiti sana, and I can actually tell you if Liverpool will play the same they played in Paris, then pale Anfield watashangazwa sana na hawa vijana wa kutoka kule Ufaransa.
Do you think Liverpool will walk alone?
For me, that's almost impossible for Liverpool to not to qualify for the next round. I think the match will end in favor of Liverpool FC.
Liverpool.
Remember, this is Anfield.
Anfield.
Yeah.
What is Anfield?
The home ground of Liverpool.
I've seen wonders happen in Anfield. They were beaten. There is a time Atletico came and did the magic. Anfield.
No, that's Atletico. PSG.
You want to, for me I think penye home advantage inaweza play vizuri ni league. Champions League ni wazimu. Haitambui.
But actually if you talk of the Spanish teams, wakifika pale Real Madrid, actually the Spanish teams na the Italian teams kuna the I don't know how they usually work, because wakifika kwa teams zenye zinacheza England English Premier League wanakujanga na ubaya sana. I don't know the reason why, but it has actually happened. Look at some time back when Juventus came to Anfield, what they did. The same thing what happened to Real Madrid wakiwa pale Liverpool walihumiliate vibaya sana like 2 seasons ago pale Anfield. So when we talk of the Spanish teams, the Serie A teams, hapo sionangi ati pale Anfield ati sijui kuna mtu sijui ati Van Dijk sijui hajapigwa pale Anfield, kitu kama hiyo. Hizo zinakuanga ni siasa, lakini Premier League it has its own project, it has kuna the kind of atmosphere that is there, but when it comes to Spanish teams, Serie A teams, mambo huko tofauti.
Mambo inabadilika ndugu yangu. And pretty quick because just your prediction in regarding to this, as even as we move on to next thing. Now we have Barcelona will be up against Benfica. Who do you think will now progress to the round of 8?
I think that's so easy for Barcelona.
So easy for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Very sure Benfica, they are not even convincing at all. I don't know what happened to them. Last season they were beasts, but currently their form has really deteriorated.
Inter Milan, Feyenoord.
Inter Milan.
And then we have Leverkusen, Bayern Munich.
That's Bayern Munich. They already have an aggregate of 3-0, so it will be easy for them.
It's Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid.
I think for me I'll go with Real Madrid.
Hala Madrid.
Madrid. All right, so gentlemen, let's now switch gears to English Premier League. We have a couple of fixtures lined up for today. The early kickoff was against Nottingham Forest against Manchester City. That match is currently underway. Then Liverpool will be up against Southampton. We have Crystal Palace against Ipswich Town. Brighton will be up against Fulham. Then we have Brentford will be playing host to Aston Villa. Wolves against Everton. Then on Sunday, Tottenham against Bournemouth. Chelsea against Leicester City. Then we have Manchester United versus Arsenal. Now this is the highlight of the week. Manchester United, Arsenal. Pretty quick. I know Manchester ni timu yako, lakini uko na uhakika? Are you sure? Ukiangalia hivi, mkijipima hivi, muangalie nyinyi kama Manchester, muangalie coach wenyu, muangalie squad, alafu muangalie Onana, unadhani ataona kitu?
Napenda venye umemalizia alafu niangalie Onana. But I'm not talking as a Manchester United fan, I'm talking as a football fan, a journalist. And from my own perspective, this is a derby. Nimeona juzi watu when it comes to derbies, because this is one of the biggest derbies in the football world. Watu lazima wakati kuna derby watu wanakuja na something about it. Sasa yenye ina trend ni Arsenal wajaipigia Old Trafford in 2 consecutive games kwa miaka sijui 46 years. Siasa mingi na mambo mingi. But ukiangalia derby ni derby. Regardless ya team kama iko form ama haiko form, derby ni derby. Na derby inafaa kuwa na heshima yake. Na nikiangalia ile mechi wako wanakuja pale Old Trafford, atmosphere pia kubali itakuwa different, sababu watu watatokea, watu wamebuy tickets, kwa hivyo hiyo ni uwanja ambayo imeshona na watu wata overflow kwa hiyo field. Na wengi watakuwa ni wa Manchester United, stand for the end pale itakuwa imejaja.
Sasa so mimi naweza penda nikukata kidogo. Watu nayo utokea kujana ina janga. Ni nini tofauti?
Atmosphere. Hii ni derby, hii ni atmosphere ya derby. Derby inakuanga na different kind of atmosphere. People from all over, they actually understand the weight of this match, because you see derbies kuna stats huwa zinaangaliwa za derby peke yake. Umewin mechi ngapi kuliko hii team. Kuna that kind of atmosphere yenye inakuanga pale, and I can assure you it won't be an easy match for Arsenal as people think. Hii ni mechi na ambayo ni itatoka sare. Lakini sare ya mabao.
Amekubali.
Sio kukubali. Ni sare ama Manchester United kichwa.
Ameangalia Onana, akaangalia kikosi, akasema bado.
Anyway, okay, as a neutral Chelsea fan, I want both teams to lose. Anyway, looking at what Arsenal have been doing and what currently Manchester have been doing, I think that will be an easy one for Arsenal. My friend who I know he's watching me, Kipruto, told me they might be having 99 problems, but beating Manchester United isn't one of them. So tomorrow expect Manchester United to be humiliated by Arsenal.
Okay.
So 3 to 4 goals by nil.
The same friend that said that Manchester United will never be a problem to Arsenal fans, he should actually be knowing that Manchester United has a lot of problems also, but Arsenal will never be one of the problems for Manchester United. These are either a draw or Manchester United is winning.
Let's wait and see.
Well, mimi niko very neutral. By the way, wacha tu niwaambie ukweli. And for me, ningependa sana Manchester United ishinde. The word ni ningependa. Underline that. But lakini kuna shida mingi. But sasa acha niachane na hiyo. Take it home. I told you guys nitawapatia prediction sure na bet. This one, it is for Manchester United to win.
Manchester United
to win. Manchester United najua iko na
first half or
no, not full time. Manchester United iko na very bad form. Season yao very pathetic and worse. Hata yeye anajua. Lakini this game well, this is a game that is determined by a small margin. It's not about the form or what, but it's the rich culture of the game. Hiyo ndo the determining factor. Old Trafford and Arsenal imekuwa in good form for the last 3 seasons, lakini wame struggle kupiga Manchester United.
What I will say is time will tell.
Ni kesho mtu wangu.
Hata Liverpool walisema hivyo tukienda Anfield tutapigwa 7. Waliona kile kile happen. Wakuja Old Trafford. Pale ni theater of dreams.
Time will tell.
Vitu zitakuwa
theater of dreams nayo. Hiyo nayo ni ndoto. It's a theater of ndoto. Hiyo tulitoka kitambo. Anyway, so even as naambiwa gedha mbaya. Lakini hiyo dakika moja si tunaweza itumia vizuri. For your closing remark.
Hapo kwa closing remarks, first of all kwanza ni kutakia our under 17 girls all the best kwa mechi yenye inaanzia in the next 2 minutes. Mimi nikiwa kwa gari tena nikiwachia mechi, watu wafungulie tu vitu zao, wafungulie kila mahali, wa watch your game. Then about the Manchester United derby, kesho tunaenda kufanya mtu vibaya sana. Tunamhurumia lakini tunajua shida zake za kutobeba caps asituletee pale Old Trafford, tutamtandika. Na pia people should know that the great Police FC imepiga vijana wa Michael Olunga moja. Sisi tumeingia katika michuano ama robo finali ni round of 16 ndio tumeingia pale ya Mozartbet. Kwa hivyo sisi tumemaliza kibarua, sasa limebakia Manchester United na pia Gako FC. Kesho tuko na mechi babu kubwa Reabai against Nyumba 10, na I want to send a shout out kwa rafiki yangu pale anaitwa Ibra, our captain, na pia nisalimie our able treasurer Lydia.
Okay. Peter, your closing remark.
Okay, thank you so much for the invite, for giving me this opportunity. Acha nisalimie my mom who is watching me, my dad and my little brother Maina. Nawapenda sana and may God bless you.
Na wife.
Oh, sawa baby.
Okay, my wife Belons. Hi. Love you baby.
Nairobi.
Anyway, There is a comment from Ibrahim Juguna. The guy in red shirt. Unaitwa Kaisedo ndugu yangu.
025.
Sasa huko Kiambu anakuita tu Kiambu.
Kaisedo.
Jana huyo.
Alright. Anyway guys, so many thanks. It has been quite an honor, an amazing 1 hour and 59 seconds or 59 minutes or so. My good name is Auma Evans. Let's do this next week, same time, same place. God